Around 1,500 protesters filled the arena in the San Jose City Hall for the March for Reproductive Rights on Saturday, October 2nd, as part of a nationwide movement of over 600 women's marches. Attendees took to the streets, circling from South 7th Street to East San Fernando Street to South 4th Street, before returning to listen to invited speakers. This year's series of marches specifically lobbied for reproductive rights and protested the new abortion laws passed in Texas, which went into effect on September 1st.
The judicial system is often treated as if it is unbiased and unpolitical, and that's not true. And we've seen very clearly that that's not true. And now we are losing our basic right to abortion. It's essential that we reform the court. The court as it stands will not protect us.
We're here today, Enough is Enough Voter Project, to stand in solidarity with the women of Texas, the women of Tennessee, and all the other states that are passing this horrific law that effectively overturns Roe versus Wade.
In Texas, SB 8 effectively strips women's of rights upheld by Roe v. Wade, a 1973 case in which the Supreme Court ruled that abortion rights fall under the right to privacy protected by the 14th Amendment.
Texas law is particularly bad because it has no exception for rape and child sexual abuse survivors, and it would effectively force rape victims in the state of Texas to give birth to their rapist baby. And we will fight that forever. We will fight that as hard as we can for as long as we can, and we will never, ever surrender to that mistreatment of survivors.
I can't believe we're still at a place where we have to talk about giving women's rights to control their own bodies and to control their own health. And although it's very disappointing to me that we do have to have these conversations, it's also very uplifting to me to see this much support, not just from the community, but from elected officials, from nonprofit organizations.
SB 8 does not technically criminalize abortion, instead relying on private right of action system of enforcement.
Who are the most affected by injustice to fight for justice.
I'm really grateful that folks came out in the numbers that they did. I think that this is the kind of mobilization that is necessary for us to be able to engender the change that we need. I think, as I said, the courts won't save us in this fight. The courts alone, the legislatures alone will not save us in this fight. It really is up to the people. And there are more of us than there are of them who want to curb access to reproductive rights and health. And so I'm excited about the outcome and the turnout.
I'm so thankful for this coalition of grassroots organizations coming together to support reproductive rights, to support those of us with uteruses, to decide what happens to our body. This is about freedom of religion, bodily autonomy, and it's only American. My body, my religion, your body, your religion.